This tower is epic.
But it's built over an ancient cursed tomb.
That corridor is so elegant.
It's actually a huge comic book.
A stone ship that can never sail?
This is proof of how absurd the nobles are.
Millions visit here every year, but 99% miss the real drama. Welcome to the Summer Palace in Beijing, China. I'm Halia, a Beijing local. In this series, I'll take you on an in-depth tour of the Summer Palace, with a complete route that Chinese Emperor himself has taken. Okay, we just hit the South Gate, and the first thing we see is the gorgeous front lake area. It's like a massive piece of jade shining under the sun. Can you even imagine this entire lake was man-made? 300 years ago, Emperor Qianlong wanted the greatest lakeside estate for his mom's birthday. He mobilized thousands of workers. All that dirt they dug up, it built Longevity Hill right up on the north side. You know what? This design hides a deep concept of Chinese Feng Shui. We call it by the mountain, near the water. It wasn't just for the view. You know, in Feng Shui, the mountain means nobility and long life. So Longevity Hill had to be located in the north to lock in royal status and long-term stability. And the lake, the water, symbolized wealth. Its flow was carefully calculated to ensure the emperor fortune would never drain away. This mountain water concept is not just history. We modern Chinese people still use this exactly blueprint for their home and office. For example, a tall cabinet behind the desk acts as the mountain for stability and status. And a big fish tank is the water for wealth. So next time visiting a Chinese home, you can look closely. You might spot this design everywhere. So, besides Feng Shui, what other royal fun facts are there about this lake? This long causeway we're walking on right now is connected by 6 beautiful bridges. It is called the West Dike. Actually, their style is totally not the majestic vibe of northern China at all, like the Forbidden City. Why is that? Well, most of these bridges are Emperor Qianlong's replicas. He once had traveled to the southern China many times and absolutely fell in love with the beauty of the West Lake in Hangzhou. When he came back to Beijing,
I got to have the West Lake right in my backyard.
So the royal craftsmen built these 6 bridges, modeling them exactly like the bridges at the West Lake, tens of thousands away from Beijing. Not only the shape and the names, but also all the detailed designs are almost identical to the real ones. This emperor was such a handful. Wasn't he afraid of people getting mad and revolting? Well, the next story has part of the answer. Now we reach the end of the West Dike. You know, this area is kind of special of the whole Summer Palace. This actually used to be emperor farmland, where the emperor himself would farm. Why? Because ancient China was agricultural, so the emperor symbolically planted some crops to show he really cared about farmers. And the empress would also wear full formal robe to worship the silk deity. They were always essentially performing a farmer cosplay as a political show, much like the Louis XVI couple did at their Little Trianon farm in France. Honestly, it's always better for people when leaders stop the fakeness and grandstanding. Now we will cross the boundary bridge and officially into the front hill area, heading into a main complex of glazed tail buildings. Every spot there holds even more exclusive hidden stories. The front hill is the public face of the Summer Palace, just like the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. The moment we arrive, you can't miss this. This giant boat by lake is called Qingyanfang, or marble boat. Why people build a boat out of stone that cannot sail at all? Here's the thing. The Qianlong Emperor and his pen pal Louis XVI exchanged letters for years. Maybe converted his Western pen pal's property, he originally wanted to build a steamship here too, just modeled after the French ship Le Hoch. But this project stalled for decades. When Empress Dowager Cixi came to power, the government was already ran out of money. So they rebuilt the ship out of stone, turning it into a permanent, immovable, boat-shaped party stage. What's even funnier, this stone boat was already a total boondoggle. But Cixi took it to another level. She even wanted a water train on the lake instead, even planning to shape it like a Chinese dragon. Of course, it never got done. Or we'd be able to see the dragon train here today. This early collision of East and West is just so absurd and fascinating. Not far from the stone boat, we will reach another legendary spot. This is the famous Long Corridor. It is the world's longest painted corridor, stretching an insane 728 meters. But it's more than just a walkway. It's a royal comic bookshelf. Emperor Qianlong commissioned over 14,000 murals here. So his mom would be bored waiting out of rain. These walls are basically a Chinese superhero IP library. Yep, you've got the Monkey King, the prototype for Dragon Ball and the game Black Myth Wukong. And scenes from Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the China's version of Game of Thrones. Strolling here is like binging a massive comic series. And the paint itself was pure luxury. The blue and green colors, for example, they came from lapis lazuli, imported all the way from Afghanistan. Literally, more expensive than gold back then. This truly makes the whole place a priceless treasure of Chinese culture. I'm a little bit tired now. How about we have royal afternoon tea? This tea house is amazing. They serve the most authentic Chinese traditional royal afternoon tea. Among all the desserts, I have to talk about this yellow one, Wan Dou Huang. It's a famous Beijing specialty that actually made from beans and peas. We Chinese people just love making desserts out of beans. We have red bean baos, rice cakes with beans, green bean cakes, so many of them. I know a lot of my American and British friends can't quite get on board with this. They're always like, beans? Nah, those are for breakfast. Come on, you've got to just give it a try. It's actually delicious and surprisingly healthy. Already refilled? Great. Okay, let's go. Next up, we can see another hotspot in the Summer Palace, 画中游, which means strolling in paintings. The view is epic here. Actually, this was another genius idea by the Qianlong Emperor, who designed it with two perspectives. First, when people on boats glance up at those pavilions on the hill, the tourists inside seem like they are characters exploring in a painting. Second, if you stand inside the pavilion, the window frame itself acts like a perfect picture frame. It instantly turns the stunning scenery outside into perfect natural paintings. Last time, I actually saw an old lady reaching out her hand, tried to touch the painting. Leaving strolling in paintings, we will now arrive at the magnificent Hall of Dispelling Clouds, 排云殿. This was the hall where Empress Dowager Cixi celebrated her birthday parties. Back in the day, the birthday gifts she received from all over the world would be piled up, filling this entire courtyard. And there's a funny story. Her Majesty once received a gift from the West, a robot. That is a life-size automation that could bow and wave its hand. Well, this absolutely terrified this old lady. She thought it was some kind of demon with black magic or something, and had it immediately taken away. I bet this robot almost turned into a diplomatic disaster back then. Robo can move, definitely not because evil spirits. But the tower we're about to see next really ran into an ancient curse. Come and check it out with me. Let's climb the stairs to the top. Here we are at the Tower of Buddhist Incense, the highest and most central point of the front hill. This tower is 41 meters tall with a perfect view. But you know what? Originally, the emperor wanted an even grander pagoda here. But when construction hit the 8th floor, workers dug up an ancient tomb with a chilling inscription. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. The emperor was so freaked out and terrified of being haunted. He immediately ordered workers to change the plan and build a shorter tower instead. From up here, you can get a magical blend of ancient and modern. The whole royal garden and the skyscrapers of Beijing skyline, all in one glance. I'm always fascinated by ancient buildings. They are packed with cultural symbols. Just like this one I'm about to show you next. It's right at the foot of the mountain, by the lakeside. This archway is kind of special. It is called the Clouds Shine Over Jade Archway, 云辉玉牌楼. That is a 4-pillar, 3-gate, 7-tower archway, which is the highest level reserved for royalty only. These kind of archways mark boundaries and are used to honor heroes' achievements. You've probably seen Japan's torii gates. Their design actually came from this kind of Chinese archway. But the difference is that torii gates were simplified to 2 pillars, giving them a clean, rustic feel. It's fascinating how cultures blend, just like heavy Roman arcs evolved into sharp Gothic arcs. Asian architecture did this too. People borrow and learn from each other, developing unique, beautiful styles. Okay, I'm gonna show you the best spot for watching birds, just nearby. Following the path along the lakeside, soon we will reach this spot, 对欧坊, which means feeding birds studio. You know, in Chinese culture, Mandarin ducks are a symbol of true love because they always live in pairs. In ancient times, lovers exchanged embroidery handkerchiefs featuring these ducks as a love token. And in traditional Chinese weddings, you can see this design everywhere. It all carries this beautiful meaning. Two people together for life, never to be parted. Just like the swans in the West. You know, the desire for love is completely universal. Leaving the ducks, we will quickly arrive at 邀月门, the gate of inviting the moon. I just love this name. So poetic. This gate is a key dividing line, separates the front hill area from the palace court. And with that, we've reached the end of the first part of our tour. I'm Halia, a new YouTuber. If you have any suggestions or questions, just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything. Next video, we will dive deep into the palace court to uncover rare treasures and royal family secrets. See you next time!